There are few instances in life when the term "the whole world is watching" actually applies. The Olympics happens to be one of them.
What a performance! Ted Ligety is the gold medalist!
Oh, the essence of snowboard cross. Westcott with the goal.
It is Ono to the line, and it is gold for Ono!
Broadcast to over 100 nations, watched by upwards of 1 billion people, the athletic talents demonstrated on the snow and ice can inspire generations.
There's a 900. Whoa! Hannah Teeter is the gold medalist.
And on occasion, a worldwide wince. If ever there was a time to make absolutely sure you knew what you were doing, the Winter Games would be it. Crazed with hunger, that must have been the mindset of the guys that thought up the biathlon. Who else would consider the grueling elements of winter hunting as something fun?
You have the cross-country skiing side of things, which is one of the toughest sports that you can do, endurance-wise. Then you combine that with rifle marksmanship, which requires a high level of mental focus and hand-eye coordination.
As any romantic will tell you, trying to control the heart is mostly a losing proposition, but it is one that biathletes just can't say no to.
When I'm out on the ski course, I'm skiing around at an average heart rate of 190 beats per minute, and then I have to come in, and for 30 seconds, I have to slow my heart rate down, focus, and hit 5 shots, which you really have to learn how to get control of your breathing and control your emotions.
Yes, it's a messy business, these matters of heart and emotion. Sometimes it gets downright icky.
Trying to shoot with a high heart rate is really tough because you can actually see your pulse beat through the rifle sight. When your heart's beating, the rifle's moving as well.
The body's essential but hard to manage muscle is not the only issue that gets in the way of a good day in biathlon.
Weather's a big factor, especially wind. It can affect the flight of the bullet. You actually have to take sight adjustments.
It's extremely challenging, and that's really what motivates me. I don't think there's a single biathlete in the world that can honestly look you in the eye and say that they're perfect at what they do, and that's part of the beauty of the sport.
Winter athletes come with all manner of talents, like jumping, skiing, skating, and of course, sweeping. The ancient Scottish sport of curling raises this domestic skill to an Olympic level.
Sweeping the ice is to make a rock go straighter or further.
And just in case you think anyone with a background in, say, deck swabbing or car washing can compete, there's more than a little talent required.
It's really important to press down on the broom and move the broom at the same time as fast as you can. You're trying to create a lot of friction, as much friction as you can, and that's what helps move the stone down the ice.
If you sweep it from end to end, it can carry it 15 more feet, but it also can straighten it out by 6-8 inches on a takeout, by an inch, but that inch can be the difference of making a roll or not making a roll.
Really hard! Nice shot.
People looking to get into the sport won't have to break the bank, but they'll want to take to the ice with something a little snazzier than what you'll find in a typical broom closet.
This is about $160, and then the pads come off. You just take the pads off, and they cost about $20 each. There's different colors. I like to use a neon orange one, so then my teammates don't have an excuse that they can't see the broom, that they missed their shot because of that.
That's right. No excuses, no spared expense. Sweeping stones is serious business. No winter event is more in tune with today's extreme athletes than the half pipe. One part airborne gymnastics and a whole lot of rock and roll. From their boards to their threads, half pipers are grooving to their own beats. Literally,
When I'm at a contest, I pretty much always have music on because I really don't like, when you're dropping in, getting ready to drop in, you always have the announcers who you're pretty much friends with always being like, next up we have, and they're like talking about you, and that's just like embarrassing.
Finding the right mix is a key ingredient to cranking up a winning form.
You know what you're feeling that week, and you build a playlist for a specific event, and it's just all you listen to, and it's what gets you motivated.
I listen to the same song pretty much for most contests, unless I fall, and then the next one I try to change the song because I'm like, oh, that song didn't work for me, I gotta do a different one.
For athletes so closely tied to the cutting edge, the U.S. riders have surprisingly old school tastes.
You guys were just playing my favorite tunes. Neil. Big Neil Young fan.
When I'm riding, I listen to all sorts of different music. I've got, probably on my playlist right now, I've got Tom Petty, Neil Young, CCR, Cat Stevens.
Cat Stevens? Ellery assures us that she won't be rocking the Olympic pipe to Tea for the Tillerman. Nonetheless, she's a fan of the 70s legend. As important as music is in the life of a rider, when it comes to the Olympic Games, everything takes on new proportions.
Usually we play a certain song that's going to get you excited at the top, but right when I drop in, I don't really hear much. I mean, that's what's funny is they're like, what was it like in the run during the Olympics? I'm like, I remember about the first hit dropping in and the last hit, because that's still like, oh, you better make this trick, like right at the end. But that's about it.
Shaun White putting down the run of his lifetime.
These are the details of the games that add up to the world's athletic masterpiece, a kaleidoscope of talent, skill, courage, and heart, pieced together over a lifetime and put on brilliant display once every 4 years.
There's 1080 plus a back 5, front 5, front side, rodeo 720 with the amplitude and the grabbing. You get the drift. Wow, Shaun White, snowboarding. The goal with tricks is you have to be inspired. You have to go up and have fun. I feel like I can deliver something that people haven't seen before. I'm definitely pushing the boundaries of what's physically possible. Hopefully you have all your limbs by the time you get down.